Whoa, far out! This is so trippy. I never thought I'd live to see a portable gaming device. It's totally like science fiction. Oh my god, Beep! It really is the Sea of Memories! Okay, Beep, your turn. Just dunk your head in the water. Sea of Memories review for the PlayStation VR. Let's begin! First up, let's take a look at the gameplay. Sea of Memories is a puzzle game where you must find and line up an object from floating, abstract-like pieces. To do this, you must rotate all the pieces until an object is seen. You don't need to get the position 100% perfect, as it will line up if you are close, but it does need to be nearly spot on. To increase the difficulty of spotting the object, the cluster also includes pieces that don't form the object. When the puzzle is solved, these pieces fall into the sea. There is so many different objects you will need to find. To be exact, there's 100 puzzles for you to solve. The next puzzle's location is always known thanks to a light that shines near it, which is great considering the world is quite large. To get to the next puzzle, you will be driving a boat. You can steer, but doing so enables blinders, and unfortunately, there isn't an option to turn them off. You can also go forwards and backwards, but there are moments when the throttle doesn't react to you grabbing it, which is quite annoying. The puzzle's difficulty really is all over the place, and it does become frustrating. This will vary from person to person, as they may spot an object quicker than others, but considering some puzzles look like this, and then straight after the next one is this, it's pretty obvious that not much care has gone into easing the player with the puzzle's difficulty. Luckily, there is a hint system in the game, which includes 3 different helpers that gradually unlock after around 25 to 30 seconds each. Ticking the box once will show you the object you must try to find, but in some puzzles this isn't much help, especially when the image on the page doesn't look exactly like what you must find. The next time you ask for a hint, the floating pieces will turn red and then gradually turn green when you are close to the sweet spot. This really is a great help. The final hint basically solves the puzzle for you. It is very tempting to do this on some of the puzzles, and its inclusion basically removes all of the game's challenge. Now let's take a look at how immersive this game is. The graphics are quite blurry, the boat's depth is good, but everything else has jagged edges. Rain and lightning does change the feeling of the world, but the lighting effects are not the best on the sea itself or the candle that becomes lit when the world changes to nighttime. The only bit of lighting that does look half decent is the sunset reflecting off the sea. The textures are quite poor, they are stretched on the islands, and the ship's control panel doesn't have hardly any detail at all. The world just feels empty. You do get the occasional seagull flying overhead, and fish do swim by, but overall, the environment is just bland. Most of the islands do have collision detection, but I did find that some don't. The extra pieces that drop down from solving a puzzle do have collision detection, but any silly enjoyment from ramming into them with the boat is lost slightly due to no impact sound effects. When you complete a puzzle, the object floats down and gets pushed into a page. As it floats, your perception of the object changes, and it's quite surreal. It's unlike anything I have experienced in a VR game before, and I did enjoy the optical illusion each time it happened. The story is that you're collecting a man's memories and storing them in a book. It is certainly relaxing, thanks to the tone of his voice, but it's just not that interesting.
Thank you. Now, I can remember the smell of the sea. Keep working at the puzzle. I need you to keep playing. That's all I can say for now.
The sound of the boat sailing through the sea is terrible. It does sound a bit like TV static, and to make things worse, it is on a loop. When you sail for a short period of time, it cuts out suddenly and then plays again. There is music in the game, but oddly this has to be ticked first in the options menu. Even with it on, it won't completely drown out the TV-like static, and there is no option to remove sound effects. Now let's take a look at the setup and what controllers the game supports. I played this game in a seated position just under 2 meters away from the camera. The head tracking was perfect and the game did not make me motion sick. This game is played with a DualShock controller or 2 Move controllers. The other controllers are not supported. It's quite strange that you can't play with only one Move controller, as when playing with the DualShock you do only have one hand. Now let's take a look at the length of the game and what trophies come with it. In total there are 100 puzzles for you to complete. Your completion time will really depend on whether you skip for puzzles or not. I did get stuck on some for 30 minutes, so the auto solve was very handy. Trophy hunters will be happy to know that there is a platinum in the game. In total there are 36 trophies that can be achieved. There is 24 bronze, 6 silver, 5 gold and 1 platinum. All of the trophies will be unlocked after completing every single puzzle. They do pop up quite frequently too, which is great as it makes you feel like you're progressing. Thankfully, no trophies are locked if you do use the hint system, so this is a very easy platinum considering you can just ask the game to solve all the puzzles for you. And now it's time for the verdict. The game's mechanics are quite similar to the shadow puzzles from Resident Evil 7, so if you didn't enjoy them, I doubt you'll like these. There is actually a lot of puzzles here for the price. It will certainly take you a long time to solve them all, but ticking the hint system does become very tempting, as frustration kicks in with many of the puzzles. The auto solve removes the challenge in the game, but without it, I would have never got past some of the puzzles. The difficulty is not balanced at all. Not much love and care has gone into creating the world's environments, so it does come across as the sea is only there as filler, to make the game longer, and the looping sound of the boat simply makes journeys to the next puzzle tedious. It really is a shame that for a game that is all about memories, it doesn't give you many worth remembering.
Please, help me! No, I didn't do anything wrong! I am useful!
So, what did you see, Beep? Beep t-shirts are now available. Check the link in the description of this video for more information. I hope you enjoyed this review, especially the small bit of backstory in the sketch. If you did, please give that thumbs up button a click, it really does help the channel grow. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe for more comical PlayStation related content.